Hello people, I'm Kirsten. Today I want to talk about stress. Not in the usual way people talk about stress, where they say that the only way to be happy is to be slathered in coconut oil on a beach somewhere. I'm saying that if you have huge goals and aspirations for yourself, those things come with stressors. But your mindset is everything when it comes to dealing with those stressors and actually being happy at the same time as kicking ass and doing a bunch of stuff at once. So I'm gonna go grab a delicious keto latte and I will meet you back here. So grab a beverage of your choice and come join me.
You've got to smile for a second. Oh, smile. It doesn't take much time.
See? Oh my gosh, this is so good. I hope you all have a drink too. If you're new to my channel, I'm blind and I can't look directly at the camera. So if that bothers or distracts you, close your eyes. I've done it. You'll be fine. So as I said, stress isn't always something that we can get rid of, but there are ways to minimize it solely based on your mindset and how you think about the way stress is affecting you. So my stress formula is this. If the stressor in your life is negatively draining your energy more than it is positively impacting your goals and positively contributing to your objectives, then you need to either alter that stressor or get rid of it. I know that sounds a little formulaic, but it really is. So what does this formula mean? Well, I'm gonna give you an example of how to apply it, and that way you'll see what I'm talking about. So let's say fitness. Most people who are thinking about kind of generally the top priorities in their lives, right? Fitness is one of them. There are so many benefits to fitness, both through exercise and then through eating well. But I'm gonna talk about the exercise portion because I've met a lot of people who say, oh, I hate going to the freaking gym. I hate using the treadmill. All I do is stare at a wall and run, and I don't even like running. It hurts my knees. I just hate it. I don't like going to the gym with a bunch of people who are lifting weights and I don't know what I'm doing, or it's too crowded and I feel like I don't have enough space, or it takes too long, the gym's too far away from my house, all these things. Those are really valid factors that you have to consider. And this is what I'm talking about with the formula. So let's say that you're someone who goes to the treadmill a few times a week, and it's at a gym because you don't have a treadmill at home, but you feel like the only thing I can really do to get fit is run because I don't know how to lift weights and everything else is just not my style, you know? So let's say that you do that. That drain on your energy, if you feel those things that I talked about earlier about the time and you don't like running, it actually hurts, but you feel like you have to be fit because that's what society wants you to do. If you have those factors, that means that running on the treadmill drains your energy significantly. And it doesn't actually positively impact your fitness as much as you want. If that's what you feel, then you need to consider altering it. So what I mean is, fitness should be a priority. I don't think you should remove fitness. That is not going to be good. It's not going to help you manage stress. So you don't want to remove that priority, but you can alter it. So what do I mean? There are in-home videos you can use. There are workouts that you can do in your house. There are classes that you can take so that you don't have to worry about whether you know how to do all the movements because someone's showing you. There are people that you can speak with, personal trainers that you can work with one-on-one that follow exactly what your issues are, what your concerns are, your goals, and then they program it for you. You just go to the gym and do what they say, right? And then there's also a completely different way to look at fitness. You could start a martial art. So you're not going to the gym at all. Well, you're going to a gym, but it's not like Planet Fitness. You're going to a place, a dojo, where you can learn a discipline, get a physical benefit, work with others, and learn how to fight and how to defend yourself, and you actually get all of the benefits of running, plus so many more. So that's one example. You can be fit, right? Just maybe in a different way than you think that you had to do it before. Another example is something I see professionally all the time, networking. Networking. That word, I feel like when you say it, it should be like bolded and underlined, and everyone freaks out about networking. And I will be the first person to tell you that networking is incredibly important. And let me know in the comments if you want to see a video on my opinion on networking and the best way to do it. But let's take networking. If you go to a happy hour once a week or to get cocktails because you think that you're supposed to because all the other colleagues in your field are doing it, but you don't actually get anything out of it, you don't think you meet the people that you want to meet, you don't have the conversations that you need to get to where you want to be, then don't stop networking, just change it up. Figure out a better way to get those people in a room with you, in a public place where you can talk to them, in their office, on the train, etc. Whatever you have to do. We have to be savages in this world. You need to do what you need to do to get yourself to that right place. This is about you, okay? This is your stress management. So, how can you do this? How can you figure this out? Because I think a lot of times I see tips and people explaining really great ways to do something, and I just have no idea where to start. So take a piece of paper, because I'm gonna help you do this in a way that is solely individualized for you. On the paper, make 3 columns, okay? In the left column, I want you to write all of the stressors in your life that just completely kill you. In your head, they're negative, okay? Write all the negative stressors. In the middle column, write the positive things in your life that you get, but that still cause you stress. For example, I love jujitsu. I do, and I don't want to stop jujitsu, but there's a commute associated with that. So it stresses me out because even though I'm going to practice, I know that I'm going to lose that time to get there, right? So that's still a stressor. And you have to be honest with yourself. Sometimes things cause stress even when you don't realize it. Then in the right column, I want you to look at the first 2 columns and think, which of these things are necessary for where I want to be ultimately? So if you have a left column item that's like ridiculous filing deadlines at work, but you really like your job and you want to keep it and you want to be promoted, etc., then that's something you need to deal with, right? That's just a stressor that's there regardless of what you say. So you want to put that in that column. The jujitsu, for me, for example, I'd put in the right-hand column because, back to the formula, the way that jujitsu affects my energy is positive. The drain on my energy is far eclipsed by the benefits I feel I get from jujitsu toward my overall goal of fitness and being good at fighting and martial arts, etc. So that's just for me. And really, when you do this, I want you to be alone. This isn't about talking to someone that you love or a friend and saying, hey, what do you think my stressors are? What do you think really causes me to freak out? No. Part of the problem that people have with respect to their mindset is they don't reflect enough on themselves. I want you to sit and actually think about you, not anyone else. And that's really hard to do sometimes, but this will help you ultimately, I promise. So sit by yourself, make these columns. Then when you think you have some general ideas, sure, talk to family and friends, but really this has to start with you because no one else can tell you what your stressors are more than you. And the reason that I say that is because time is the ultimate commodity. Time, you cannot get it back. No matter what happens, no matter what you try and do. Energy, sure, you can go to sleep or eat something healthy and you're good to go. You have more energy to keep going. But time is not something you can get back. And the only person that lives with the effects of how you spend your time 100% is you. So I really hope this was helpful. I hope that you take this opportunity to really reflect and look at everything from the perspective of how you can ultimately achieve your objectives. And part of this too is gonna have to be looking at your life and saying, what the hell are my objectives? What do I wanna do? Who do I wanna be? Where do I wanna go? That is necessary though. You should be making sure that the things in your life are promoting what you wanna ultimately do. Otherwise, whose goals are you promoting? It has to be about you. So feel free to leave a comment. I really want to know if you use this formula, if you think it was helpful, if you have suggestions or a formula that you use to help manage your stress, because I'm always learning. I love to learn about other people's strategies, and I think that they're so useful because experience is just, for me, the highest form of lessons learned. So feel free to like, comment, and subscribe. And I hope that during this process, or at least at some point today, you find time to take a deep breath, get rid of all the bullshit, and smile for a second. Thanks so much. I'll see you in the next video.